Okay, good morning everybody. Thanks for joining me again. Another little walk, another little video. Dogs are with me as well. They're going to be doing some swimming in a minute. I'm going to be taking some photographs and I'm going to be talking about this. While we're taking photographs that involve water, a circular polarizer is an essential piece of kit. Okay, it cuts down on glare, it cuts down on reflections. It's like buying a good pair of sunglasses for driving in. It cuts down on all that glare from the car in front, the sun glaring off a really bright road or a really metallic car surface in front. Okay, so I'm going to be explaining how this thing works and showing you how it works to saturate an image, to cut down on the glare, to cut through the reflections. I'll show you before and after shots. Okay, so something as simple as this is going to be quite a big talking point for today. So I'm going to get some walking done, they're going to get some swimming done. Let's go. Circular polarizer. So polarizer then. If we look at this scene here, which I've found, and looks like I've hit jackpot with this, it's a nice little scene here that we've got in front. Got water running off that rock there from both directions, from both sides of it, that side and that side. It's running through the scene from top to bottom right. We've got a lot of reflection and a lot of glare off the rocks and off the surface of the water, and there's not really much colour in image at all. You can see we've got lots of leaves, we've got lots of moss. There's not much colour in this image at all. But a polarizer from a photography point of view is like a good pair of sunglasses for us when we're driving or when we're on a beach or whatever. A good pair of polarised sunglasses cuts down on a lot of the glare and a lot of the reflection, and it's exactly the same with the camera. So it's a good polarizer that I've got up front. It's a Nissi filter. I use a lot of Nissi. They're really, really good. If I twist the polarizer that's already attached to the front of this lens here, watch what happens to the image. You can see we've got lots of reflection here. We've not got much definition in this water here, but if I twist the polarizer, watch what happens to the saturation of the image. You see how it's getting darker, it's getting much more saturated, and it becomes a much more pleasing image. We can see colour now in these leaves, we can see moss on these rocks. It's cut down on all this glare off these rocks and off this water surface, and it makes for a much more pleasing image all around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take two photographs now of this scene here that I've got. I'm going to take one unpolarised and one fully polarised so you can see the difference between the two. So let me just show you what I'm looking at here now. I found this lovely composition here with this path coming through this old pine wood, this old dry stone wall here, all along this right hand side. We've got a bit of lake on the left hand side and some of the far banking over on the far side. Now I don't want so much skying because sky will create highlights and I want to avoid that if I can. So let me show you what I'm going to do with this composition and then you can see how I frame it up. So you can see what I can see here now. Okay, I'm going to tilt that obviously until it's level. Let me get me level on as best I can. Okay, so that is just about the composition that I want to go for. Okay, now if I focus now on this part at wall here, more or less a third into my image, I'm going to find that the distance, the trees in the distance are going to be out of focus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to photo stack this image. I'm going to take one of the far distance, the trees in distance, I'm going to take one of the midground, I'm going to take one of this foreground here, and then I'm going to blend them all together so that they're all in. Well, it's got to get one image that's all in focus. Okay, but what I also can't see, what is really important, is a continuation of this path. Now if I stand on my tiptoes I can see that this path winds to the right and away up there into distance, but I can't see that at the minute. So what I'm going to do is lift my centre column up as high as I can go, and then I'm going to reframe the shot just about anyway. So I should be able to see now some more of that path leading away into distance and coming down here through my shot. Okay, so I'm also going to show you what a difference this polariser makes. If I twist this polariser, look how much more saturated these leaves become. That's polariser on minimum, that's polariser on maximum. Okay, I just want to crank it back a little bit, like there. So now you can see what I can see. Path in foreground, lake left hand side, some of that far banking, a little bit of sky. I think I've got a bit too much there. I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to do that. That's better. So I'm going to photo stack this image now. Distance, midground, foreground. So something a little bit different. Stay there. Something a little bit different. Panoramas are usually horizontal. Okay, from left to right, right to left, whichever. I'm going to try a vertical. That little tree there, that yellow beech, birch, whatever it is, against the dark background and against the reflection on the water there is making a lovely composition, but I want all the yellow above it and all the yellow above it that's reflecting off the water. I have to keep waiting while the wind drops so it's nice and still. I don't know whether it'll work or not, so I'm going to start at bottom when I know it's flat, when I know it's calm. I'm going to start at bottom, take the bottom images first before it starts blowing again, and work my way up all the way to the yellow. I'm going to do a little bit extra above and a little bit extra below so that I can crop it vertically in Lightroom afterwards. But this is something new for me, so let's see how it goes. See how it works out. Stay. I don't know whether you can see behind me. Okay, as this river runs into this reservoir, it's creating foam, and that foam is creating patterns around the bases of some of these trees that are growing actually in the reservoir, in the water. So I've got a few shots of them, and they're the types of photos that actually you have to focus on, you have to look at. They're the type of images that make your eyes go funny, but they should make for nice images. Ready, ducks? Come on. me done for another day. It's been a nice day as well. Nice and early this morning. Pretty dull this morning. Brightened up through the day. It's overcast, it's miserable, it's raining a little bit now. But I've got some nice images. I'm particularly interested in the more intimate ones. The ones close up on water. The ones that I hope are going to send your eyes a little bit fuzzy when you look at them. You have to focus on the image that I've taken. But hopefully, if they come out okay, they should make nice images. Like I said, I am the grand vista man. I do like a nice big grand vista, but I also like to take long exposure waterfalls, and I do like to get the odd obscure image every now and again. They just make for interesting images, and it's a little bit of variation, that's all. I like a bit of variety. So I hope you like the images that I've produced, that I've created. If you don't like them, please tell me. If you do like them, give me a bit of a thumbs up. If you like the channel or you'd like to subscribe to it, please subscribe to it. And if you want to share it with your friends, please by all means share it with your friends. I ain't got many subscribers at the minute. I've only just started with it. I'm no pro, but I enjoy what I'm doing. Okay, so thank you very much for your time. I'm going to finish my coffee. I'm going to get these home, get them dried off. I'm going to get a hot shower. I'm going to clean my equipment. And then later on I might just settle down with a beer or two. So thanks very much for watching. I'll